Well, big political development here in Jharkhand. Hemant Soren being brought to the ED, the PMLA court here in Ranchi. And the ED authorities are bringing Hemant Soren to produce him in the PMLA court here in Ranchi Civil Court in the premises. We are all waiting here. Now the political development unfolding here. Former Jharkhand CM Hemant Soren will be produced in the court. We'll have to wait and watch what kind of judgment does the court gives, whether he's given a 14-day judicial custody or custody to the ED. Now, there is some action here. I'll ask my camera person to pan. Maybe Hemant Soren's cavalcade is on the way. Now, there is a constitutional crisis here in Jharkhand ever since since Hemant Soren has resigned from the post of the chief minister. He tendered his resignation yesterday late evening. He had gone to the governor house in an ED vehicle, submitted his resignation, and also informed the governor that Champai Soren is the new leader of the Legislative Assembly. They have submitted a letter of support of 45 MLAs, despite the request of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha new leader Champai Soren that if the governor desires, he is willing to parade all the MLAs, but the governor told him that there is no need to parade the MLAs. Now, I was speaking to Saryu Rai, one of the senior most MLA here in Jharkhand. He says that there is a constitutional crisis in Jharkhand. One, because of the fact that since Jharkhand Chief Minister has resigned and there is no government here, so without the Jharkhand is running without any government, either President rules should have been imposed or the swearing-in ceremony of Champai Soren should have been done here in the state of Jharkhand. So all kinds of questions being raised against the governor of Jharkhand here in Ranchi. So opposition alleging that it is tantamount to horse trading here in Jharkhand because when the letter of support has been issued, submitted to the governor of Jharkhand, why is he not asking the JMM leader to be sworn in as a chief minister, despite the fact that on the other hand, the BJP has 30 MLAs and they have not a stake claim to form the government. So these are two sides, the BJP and the JMM. The JMM submitting the letter of support is taking claim to form the government. The BJP has not submitted or staked claim to form the government. So it's a sort of a constitutional crisis here because in the meantime, Saryu Rai, the BJP, former BJP leader and independent MLA from Jamshedpur, raising the issue that the governor should have asked Champai Soren to be sworn in, or either from the opposing sides anybody should have a stake claim. So now there is political speculation that BJP is keeping a close watch on the developments here in Jharkhand political arena, with the few MLAs likely to break away. Sita Soren is not happy. Few MLAs are in their constituency, and there is political speculation. But JMM leaders say that they are comfortable. All the MLAs are solidly behind the party, and in this hour of crisis, they are solidly standing behind Hemant Soren and Shibu Soren. While I was speaking to Sita Soren over telephone, she also claimed that she is with the family. She is out in Delhi for some personal medical work. But every family has their own disputes. But I am standing with my family in this moment of crisis when Hemant Soren has been arrested by the ED. So anytime soon, Hemant Soren would be produced in the PMLA court here in the Jharkhand Civil Court premises, and he will be produced on the charges of corruption pertaining to the land scam, in which there are allegations that at the behest of the CM Hemant Soren and at the behest of his office, he influenced the Dan DC Chavi Ranjan, who is already in custody. A portion of land was registered in the name of a private owner, and thereafter there were some fake documents also recovered by the ED during the course of the raid in the registry office, and there are certain confessional statement. And yesterday, during the long 7 hours of interrogation with Hemant Soren, ED had ample proof and substantiated the evidence with corroborative evidence that they have enough evidence to...
Hectic parlays, hectic developments coming in from Jharkhand, viewers. Remember that Hemant Soren has been arrested, and this is the alleged land scam gripping Jharkhand politics, it is an extremely important time right now. I just want to go back to Prakash, who is there. Prakash, we know Hemant Soren has just arrived at the PLMA court, and Republic was the first to get those visuals for all our viewers. If you could take our viewers through what Hemant Soren is also doing from his part. He has moved the Supreme Court challenging ED arrest in this case. Now, this matter will be heard tomorrow. Is that correct?
Well, yes, this matter will be heard tomorrow, anytime. And yesterday, Hemant Soren had filed a petition in the Ranchi High Court also that is up for hearing again tomorrow. It has been listed for hearing tomorrow. We'll wait and watch what kind of judgment the High Court gives, because he has alleged that it's a malicious intent to arrest him because he is nowhere involved in the land scam. But it has been apparent that ED has been investigating both the mining scam and the land scam with substantial proof and documents that were recovered during the course of the raid from the premises of the registry office, as well as various other people. And the then DC of Ranchi, Chavi Ranjan, was also arrested, and he is in jail right now. And because Chavi Ranjan acted on the influence of Hemant Soren, that's what the ED alleges. And yesterday, when all the proofs were shown to Hemant Soren, ED later in the evening told him that they are going to arrest him, and thereafter he released a video statement saying that Hemant Soren, that ED is going to arrest me, and all the people of Jharkhand should stand solidly behind me. I am a son of a tribal leader, Shibu Soren. Will take this fight up with the BJP, and even if I go to jail, my party is solidly standing with me, and they have elected Champai Soren as the new leader of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha. Back to you.
Right. Absolutely. Prakash is getting us all the details coming in outside the Ranchi court where Hemant Soren arrived at the PMLA court. And if you take our viewers through exactly what this alleged land scam is, now it's a very complex land scam where the case against Soren is revolving around his purported involvement in extensive land scam in Jharkhand, where he is allegedly the key beneficiary of illicitly obtained land through fraudulent means. Now, this is what the ED is saying. Prakash, if you could take our viewers through exactly what the ED is saying about the allegations against him. And it's a very sophisticated operation involving a network of brokers, businessmen who manipulated land records to create fake deeds, legal documents that transfer ownership of land or real estate from one party to another for valuable parcels of land. Very sophisticated investigation has also gone into it. Take us through the details coming in. Prakash.
Well, this plot of land was a government land, and apparently government land cannot be sold to private people on the outskirts of Ranchi. And in fact, 2 acres of land was sold at a throwaway price to a private businessman called Vishnu Agarwal, who was also sent to jail. Now we are told that he's been released on bail from jail. One officer called Chavi Ranjan is already serving a jail sentence. He's an IS officer and the then Deputy Commissioner of Ranchi, because he acted on the influence of Hemant Soren to get the plot of land registered. And there were several other people who were closely associated with Hemant Soren who were acting as middlemen and power broker, and they have also been under the scanner, and they are also under arrest. And lastly, after substantial proof, after the arrest of all these people, they nailed down the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Hemant Soren, taking him into custody. And yesterday, he was arrested by the ED, taken to the ED office, where he was interrogated again and kept at the ED office the whole night with his wife, Kalpana Soren, and son attending to him yesterday night for a brief period. So this is all about the case. There is another case in the mining scam in which a certain mining lease was allotted in his name despite being the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, which was in violation of the Office of Profit. And there was an investigation done by the ED in that particular case, and Hemant Soren had also deposed before the ED once in November 2022, and there was a set of questionnaires that were sent to Hemant Soren, which he had answered also then. but in that particular case also there were several the acquaintances and associates of Hemant Soren who were arrested in that particular case. So this is not only Hemant Soren is not only accused in the land scam, but he's also accused in the mining scam. But he's been arrested in the land scam as of now. So Jharkhand has been always involved and marred in corruption cases. Their political leaders ever since the Madhu Koda scam also broke out. Then Sibu Soren, while his father Sibu Soren, while being the central minister, was on the run for several months, and now Hemant Soren being sent to jail.